Hello, my friends. Happy fall day. If you are anywhere near Durham, North Carolina, it is the craziest, windiest, spookiest fall day, but it's fun. It's so much fun. So today I wanted to share with you I want to teach 3 steps to deliberate pleasure creation. So just think with me for a second. Imagine how 2020 has been going so far, right? And imagine that you are just going with the flow. Hello, Jess. And you are just letting this society, letting the feels of the world, letting what's happening right now just take you with it. That is going to be some serious anxiety. I would imagine that you would experience some nervousness. I would imagine that you would experience probably a lot of tension, probably a lot of triggering, probably a lot of anger. It seems like that's the way the world is working nowadays. And I just want to share with you something that I have been getting really clear on lately, which is if you want to feel a certain way, you have to deliberately create that feeling. Because if you don't, all you have to do is look at the world to see what you're going to be picking up, what you're going to be taking in, what is going to be dominating and driving your life and your body and your emotions. And sometimes feeling that passion, feeling those triggers, feeling that anger can be fuel for our purpose in the world, can be fuel for our work or what we're here to create. And it's not healthy to be in that state all the time. So I am inviting you to deliberately create the feelings that you want to create. So for me, for my November, I took a look at everything that is happening and I'm like, all right, I have a sense of how November is going to go. And I don't want to be swept away. That's not the November that I'm after. So deliberate creation. I was like, what do I want? I need nerve settling and I want pleasure. I'm like, what if we could actually flip the script and say, instead of a November of freaking out, we can have a November of fun and pleasure. It's like, how dare I? But really, what if we could create that? So this is what I'm about to do this November. And this is what I've discovered. 3 ways, 3 really important things to do. Super easy that you can use to call on, to activate, to call in any emotion. I'm calling in pleasure because that's what I'm about nowadays. So here we go. Step number 1 is to set the scene. So wherever you are, in your house, at work, in your car, maybe be careful in your car, but especially at your house, set the scene. So, hey Aunt Catherine, good to see you. We're talking about how to create the feelings that you want to create instead of just getting swept away with what's happening out there. So, set the scene. So this is literally, you can ask yourself, what would make this situation, I've been saying more pleasurable lately. You could say, what would make this situation more peaceful? Or fill in the blank with whatever emotion you want. But I'm saying pleasurable. So usually for me, that is some kind of light, some kind of candles, some kind of flowers. I did make some tea. This is just, I don't know if you can see, it's just straight up ginger and hot water, so delicious. So setting the scene externally. Now, setting the scene internally. What does that look like? Number 1, sorry, I've got some hair in my face. Number 1 way to set the scene internally for deliberate creation is with your breath. So this is what I do. 3 4x4 breaths. So what is 4x4? Breathing through the nose, in through a count of 4 and out through a count of 4. So we're setting our internal landscape for pleasure creation. We are activating our parasympathetic nervous system. So we are activating the rest and digest and healing mode of your body. That is opposite of fight or flight. So breathe in through your nose. I like to close my eyes for this for 4 breaths. Take a pause. Exhale out of your nose for 4 breaths. Pause for 4. Inhale 4. Pause for 4. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your jaw. Exhale through your nose for 4. And pause for 4. And one more round. Inhale 4. Pause for 4. Exhale 4 out of your nose. And pause for 4. So anytime you do this, you are activating your rest, digest, and healing mode in your body. It is amazing. So we've set the scene internally and externally. The next is transition and intention. So this is very important when you've had a busy day or anytime you just want to transition. I put my hands on my body. So I've taken the breath, I've set the scene, and even literally setting the scene could be turning on a song, turning off the lights, as simple as that. So transition, I put my hands on my body. Usually it's over my heart because that's when it really is like very settling for me. And I just say to myself, everything that I've done up to this point today is complete. It is complete. I call my energy back to me. So any conversations, any engagements, any interactions, especially anything that's gotten you a little bit of emotionally triggered perhaps, you can just say, that's complete. And imagine anything that you're ready to let go of that happened earlier in the day, just move down your body, just visualize it down your body, out of the bottoms of your feet. Sometimes it's very helpful to imagine roots growing out of the bottoms of your feet. Hey Liz, welcome. And all the way into the earth. And I know this may be new for some people, but it is a very, very powerful visualization. So everything that's happened earlier today, I'm declaring complete. Anything that I need to let go of, I'm just visualizing it or intending that it moves down my body, all the way down through my feet, down that grounding cord into the earth. So we're really clearing our channel here. And then setting an intention. So this could be, I want to feel calm. I want to feel happiness. I would love to feel pleasure. Or I want to have a good time working on work today, or I want to have a powerful cleaning the house session. Whatever it is, set a little intention. So we've set the scene, we've transitioned and intentioned, and then the next thing to do and to specifically call in pleasure is engage your senses. But this could be for groundedness, this could be to call in healing, this could be really anything, calmness, especially, again, if you have some sort of tea that is soothing to your nervous system, engage your senses. So our bodies are now grounded. We are now present. And look, use your eyes. What do you see? What do you see that is pleasurable to you? It is really cool to look in here. And I know this may sound silly, but it's very powerful to see the ginger, to look at the colors, just observe the shapes. One of them even looks like a woman's body in there. It's really cool. Smell, especially if you're drinking a delicious drink or you have a luscious dessert that you're eating or any type of food. Really let your body take it in. And taste, and see if you can notice the difference between the first second of the taste and then the 10th second. What are the aftertastes? What are the layers and levels? And feel like if you have a plate, or you let your body activate and engage your senses. This is absolutely huge to being present, to being grounded, and to creating those feelings of exactly what you want to create. So we've set the scene. Here are the 3 steps to deliberate pleasure creation. Set the scene externally and internally. 2, transition and intention. 3, activate and engage your senses. If you get in the practice of doing these 3 things on a regular basis, literally it can take 20 to 30 seconds once you're used to practicing it. I promise you, you will find more chill in your life, more groundedness, more fun, more ease, more pleasure. And I keep going back to, what is the point of living if we're not experiencing these things on a daily basis, these ways of being, these feelings? So this is what I'm calling in the month of November. And this is the container, this is the circle that I'm creating with the program, Nourish Your Nerves Pleasure Program that I'm creating. We are actively nourishing our systems and our bodies with nervine, so with herbs that directly impact and influence our nervous system. And we're doing this with my online medicinal drinks course. So it's my kitchen herbalism course. It's all set up, ready to launch, open tomorrow. Really, really excited about it. And actively calling in pleasure. And we're doing this in the month of November with gluten-free, plant-based, decadent desserts, 3 dessert recipes a week that I will deliver straight to your inbox. And that will also be in the online portal for anyone who is joining me. And then the 3rd thing is to clean and clear our systems. There is a lot of energy moving in the world right now. We already talked about this earlier. And there's going to be a lot of energy moving starting. I mean, it's already starting, but especially with next Tuesday. So we are creating this really powerful container, I am, to guide you through to clean and clear energetically, and just to help you release whatever's coming up that you're ready to release, to talk through anything that needs to be talked through, and just to have you be heard and held and supported through this month of November, hopefully teaching you some good tools that you can take on past this month too. So you get the online kitchen herbalism class that is focusing on drinks. So week 1 is teas, week 2 is infusions, week 3 is decoctions, and week 4 is making these incredibly pleasurable, delicious drinks and knowing how to do that yourself, all gluten-free, all plant-based ingredients. So you have that. You have the delicious desserts. We have an online community that is not on Facebook that I will be active in every day, supporting you. And then we have weekly integrative coaching and energy healing calls. So if any of this has resonated with you, if you feel interested and you could benefit from having a November of calm nerves, of calling in pleasure or groundedness or calmness, hey Courtney, or whatever it is that you want to feel, instead of being swept away with what's going on out there. And this is not ignoring what's going on out there. It is letting ourselves be grounded in calm and creative and powerful enough to positively and more strongly influence what is going on out there, instead of letting that influence us. If any of this feels like a, oh my gosh, yes, or warm, or just resonates, please take a look at the Nourish Your Nerves Pleasure Program. I will post the link down below for you to learn more. Thank you so much for being with me today. Make some tea, eat something delicious, light a candle, get some flowers, ask yourself what could make this situation more pleasurable right now, and enjoy. Find some moments of breath. Set the scene, transition, set your intention, and engage your senses, and watch how grounded you feel, watch how good you feel, and watch how much more impact you can have on your life, your work, your relationships, and the world I love you. I love you. I will see you in the program.